Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Tamara. If you're new here, my channel primarily consists of beauty, a little bit of fashion, and a little bit of lifestyle. It is 2023. I'm here sitting in front of a camera. I have not done this in a while. I usually am like vlogging, but actually sitting down and talking to the camera, which means we're doing a makeup video. I've actually been wanting to do this video for a while, but 2022 was probably one of the hardest years of my 31 years of living on this planet. So if I would have tried to shoot this any earlier, swimming tears, way too many tears, and I don't want to be crying on YouTube. You don't want to see me crying on YouTube, so it's probably for the best that I waited till now to shoot this video. Today I'm going to be trying on a bunch of viral makeup from last year. I tried so hard to resist so many of these things, but I kept seeing them and I was like, all right, now's the time, we're going to do it. If you're interested to see my opinions on a bunch of viral makeup from 2022 and catch up a little bit on life, just keep watching. And before we get into the video, we are almost at 200 subscribers, which is super exciting. Thank you so much for the continued support. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. Now let's get into this video. First things first, I gotta pull my hair back. I got this little nifty dandy, what are the phrases? I don't know. I got this little headband from Ulta. I actually got this online because I wanted to get something from the Ulta store online, and this ended up pushing me into free shipping, so it's cute. Are you really a YouTube girl if you don't have one of these on your head? All right, let's get into this makeup. Where should we start? Should we start with life or should we start with makeup? I think we should start with makeup. Everybody's seen this. Everybody's seen rave reviews about it, so I was like resisting because I was like, girl, what do you need like 12 primers for? But I was like, why not make it 13? So I'm trying out the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It is supposed to be a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, is my understanding. And I hear it works like a dream, so I was like, I want my makeup to look fabulous, so we gotta try it. Ooh, this is so like sticky, like immediately. A lot of my primers are very like, I don't know if water-based is the right term, but they're very creamy. They're like almost like skincare, but this is like so sticky. It's so interesting. None of my primers are like this. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe Brow Gel. I actually really wanted this ABH tool because I watched my girl One Day with Michael on YouTube and on TikTok and everything else that she has, and I love this little bit of making your brows look laminated, so I got it. I actually just got TikTok as well, so same username, follow me on there. Just posting a bunch of like random makeup, get ready with me stuff. Still trying to figure it out, but what I do is I go in with this brush here, and then I'm gonna comb it through my brows. My brows need to be done, so please don't judge me. Don't judge me. Like I said, it's been a rough go at it, so the last thing on my priority list right now is getting my brows done, although it probably will be happening soon. Goal is to make them look laminated, so like laminate them to the skin. So you use this side and press that down. I think it looks pretty good. The first time I tried to use this though, I was like, girl, what are you doing? That does not look like anything. And then I do the same thing on the other side. What has everybody been up to? It's a new year. Do you guys make New Year goals? I think I just make like what I want my year to look like as far as like some goals that I want to accomplish. I didn't do that this year yet. I kind of want to like vision board it and like just like figure out really what I want my year to look like. But I think that's just going to take a little bit of time. Like maybe February will be my new year. We'll see. I don't know if this is the way that you're supposed to do it, but I still go in with my Huda Beauty brow pencil, which I don't know if I've used on this channel, but I actually really like this. I used to use the ColourPop all the time, but this one is like so easy to use, but it does break really easily as well. But I'm going to go in and fill in those brows that are missing. Even though my brows are thick, some pieces are still missing, so I just gotta pull this whole thing together. I'm gonna go in with my live tinted. Is it live tinted or live tinted? I think it's live tinted. Live tinted makes more sense to me. I'm gonna go in with my color corrector. You can use it on like your lips, or you can use it as a color corrector in the color Rise. So I go underneath my eye, of course. I kind of put this all over, honestly, just because I have like little marks on my face. And then I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques and blend it all out. There's like a bone that I have to pick with the world. Why did no one tell us that being an adult was so hard? As much as you're continuously trying to figure things out, like when is the I have it all figured out point? I feel like there's always all these like battles and hills you gotta climb to like get to even just being okay, and I'm tired of it. I mean, I guess they say that like certain things aren't meant to last forever. There's like seasons, but girl, this season of my life is like threatening to take me out. It's just been one thing after another, and I'm over it. Now that that's all blended out, we're gonna go in with probably one of the biggest products of last year. E.l.f. is all about the dupes this year. If you're familiar with the makeup world, Charlotte Tilbury has like a flawless filter that you can put on right before you put on your foundation, or you can just wear this. It's basically like a good base to put on your makeup. So E.l.f. came out with their version last year, and it was at Target only, I believe, and it was so hard to get your hands on. At first I was like, oh, I don't need it. But then I joined TikTok, and TikTok influenced me. And eventually it became available at Ulta, and I snatched it right up, because if you go to your local Target or Ulta right now, you would be surprised to even see your color there. As I'm putting this on, this is like perfect for my skin tone. I don't think I need a ton. I could be wrong, but I don't think I need a ton. I got this in the color, I want to say tan 6, shade 6, tan deep. I've seen this done a couple different ways. I feel like I need a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe this is a little dark. I don't know. I feel like I don't need that much. Let me chill out. This is my first time trying all of these. I'm a little weary as to how much product to actually use, but I've seen a couple different things. I've seen people use it with a brush, and I've seen people use it with a sponge. I'm going to go in with it with a brush, and let's cross our fingers, because it does look a little dark. It's like kind of my perfect skin tone, but not. If you've seen my last couple of vlogs, I went to Colombia. And since I went to Colombia, like, I don't feel like my skin tone is really, like, reverted back to my winter paleness. So, like, this actually really works. I think this actually might work for me seasonally, but let's blend it out and see. I like it. It's a little dark, but I like this glow. If you're going for, like, a no makeup day where you, like, just want to put on, like, concealer, I think she would do. I'm assuming if I put on more that it would probably give me more coverage, but I'm literally just putting on this like filter to put on my full foundation. Like, look at the glow. You see it. You see it. You see my forehead? I like it. And it's like reasonably priced too. I want to say like Charlotte Tilbury in general is a very expensive brand, but I want to say this was like $14. Like, look at how big this bottle is compared to like the Charlotte Tilbury bottle. If you got that for $14, it'd be like, here. So choose wisely. Next, we're getting into foundation. You're probably like, what does she have in her hand? It's a Makeup by Mario foundation. I really like this foundation, but I'm trying so hard not to be an over-consumer. That's like one of my goals this year. You have so much stuff already. You don't need so much more stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna stick with my sample for now. A little bit goes a long way. And then like when one of my other 10 foundations finishes, then I can go pick it up. But for now, like, you have 10 other foundations you need to work through. So you should probably do that before you come on over here and get another 1 ounce foundation that you're not gonna finish. If you are interested in my initial first thoughts about this foundation, A, I initially posted it on TikTok, so like I said, go follow me over there. And B, I also posted it on my YouTube page, so if you scroll down a little bit, you will see my first impressions. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe Vegan Pro Series brush. I got this when Morphe was having that huge sale at the Morphe store. And I literally was like, oh, like, Morphe's closing. And the associate was like, no, it's not. We're just having a sale. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, 1 month later, TikTok was going crazy, like, Morphe's closing all of its stores and it didn't tell its associates. I was like, dang. I made a couple of runs there because, like, this brush is usually, I don't even remember, maybe, like, closer to the 20s, maybe in the 16s. And I got this for, like, $5. I think that's the problem with consumerism as well, but I guess that's neither here nor there. This is a little orange on me, but once I add all my products, I think it ends up looking pretty good. I have started avoiding putting a ton of foundation underneath my under eye, only because I do get so much like creasing. I think the more that I pile on products, the worse that my creasing is, so I'm trying to avoid putting a ton of foundation under my eyes. Really just avoiding the area in general. I feel like I left you on a little bit of a cliffhanger when I was like, my life is falling apart, and 2022 was like the worst year of my life. It was rough. I'm gonna blend this out a little bit with the sponge just to pick up any excess. Yeah, for me, 2022 was a rough one. I really value my friendships that I have, like family relationships that I have, super close to my family, and I lost like a couple of solid relationships that I thought would be like lifelong, like we're locked in, and that's just been really rough for me because A, you really start to question yourself as a person because you're like, if I'm losing like a couple of these, then like what am I doing wrong, you know? And then you like throw in all the other things that are going on on in life and just like things just feel so overwhelming. But we're working through it. That's what therapy is for, right? I'm going with the Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer. I've heard good things about this as well. I'm hoping that I have the right color. Usually I go in with 2 colors if you watch me on a consistent basis. But once again, consumerism, I'm really trying really hard to not buy so much excess makeup because once again, I have like so many concealers. You don't need 2 of these. You have plenty. I like this color. It's like the perfect highlight shade, but it's not too highlighted. This product's very creamy, which I don't mind either. It's super easy to apply. I think I got this in 33.5 Y. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit since it is so creamy, and then I'm gonna come back and blend it all out. Ooh. I almost used my sponge. I have another tool that I just got that I want to try this for. 1 second. I've been seeing this 242 like cat paw brush for your concealer on TikTok, of course. I think I've seen it on YouTube a little bit as well. Everybody's like, it's amazing. So I was like, if it's amazing, you know I gotta get it. Even though I am on a budget, I'm budgeting. But this was in my budget, so it's fine. Oh, I love this color actually. I don't usually use brushes for my concealer, so I feel like I'm going to be blending for a while, but that's okay. But I'm really here for this little brush. You know the funny thing about being in like, feeling like you're in crisis mode though, is a lot of people are going through the exact same thing, and I just wish that we would talk about it more. Social media wise, obviously, everybody just talks about their highlights because like who wants to talk about like when they're going through stuff or when stuff is like tough, but I've started sharing a little bit more with friends, and I feel like it's really been helpful because a lot of the time I feel like I'm on this island by myself where I have all these like different concerns about like future stuff, finances, like all of the things. But when you start to talk to other people, you kind of realize like everyone's kind of feeling the same thing. It might not be to the same effect, but everyone's kind of feeling the same thing. So I do wish that we lived in a society where like it was just more accepted to like have these conversations. Like everybody is struggling in one way or another. I'm gonna let you know something. Mistakes were made. You want to blend this out pretty quickly because as you can see on my nose, she's stuck. I think I'm gonna have to use a sponge to correct that, but I'm gonna be here blending for a minute apparently. I didn't really expect this from like a best skin ever. Like when I think of skin, I think like tinted moisturizer is like super light coverage. I think the tinted moisturizer is probably on the lighter side, and then when companies do that, they tend to have like a little bit heavier of a concealer, so like it like balances out so you have some full coverage somewhere. I personally come from a culture where like we keep it cute, we keep it tight knit. Everything is supposed to look perfect, everything is supposed to appear perfect, nobody has any issues. We pretend like we don't have anything going on in the background, like you don't really share with people, and obviously that's where I feel like I get my lack of sharing from. But I think this is like the American part of me coming out. If we as people shared our lowlights just as much as our highlights, like not even for like everybody to see, but even to people that you're close to, I feel like it would just like help so much more. And not to say like it's gonna make you feel better because you know somebody else is struggling as well. I just think it's nice to be able to like talk it out with people. If you're me, I'm an anxious girl. I literally have a billion thoughts running around in my mind constantly. So to be able to like verbiage to people like, hey, this is what I'm feeling really overwhelmed in this sense because this, and you're able to hear that same thing back, it makes you feel like you're not on this crazy island alone and like other people are going through this too. But I don't know, I know that can be a little bit controversial because like there was a recent, I think it was a Jackie Aina, was it a TikTok? She posted some video about like some people are really actually doing that good and like we shouldn't have to like see other people do bad in order to feel good. But like for me, it's just more so like sometimes it can be helpful to like just have conversations with people where you know like I actually have people to talk to about it instead of just feeling like I have to keep it in my head. But that's just me. Comment down below and let me know how you feel about that. It's very difficult for me to share, but comment down below and let me know if it's helpful for you to share. We're going in with setting powder next. I gave in and I finally got this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush setting powder. Let me tell you something. I got this on sale because I'm a budgetista girly, but this was $25. Look at my palm. Look at this product. Look at my palm and look at this product. 25. Who? It doesn't make sense. This didn't come out in 2022, but I've been hearing such good things about this for years, so I was like, all right, it's time. Sephora's having a little sale, so I'm going to try it out. I got this in the color Tan 3, and I'm using one of these puffs because I am so easily influenced. I got this from Amazon. I'm gonna go in and tap, tap, tap. This feels thick, huh? And then let's see how that comes out. I gotta look in my mirror to actually see. We just did a thing. We totally just did a thing. It really blurred out. It looks good. But I mean, I like minis personally because they're just so much easier to travel with. I would like to go a little bit lighter on this though, if I'm being for real, because this kind of just like blends in with my skin, but I like it. Takeaways from this, it looks good. Like it blurs like instantly, but I do think I'm gonna go lighter. On that note, I watch a lot of TikTok, unfortunately, now that I've ended up in this world, and I need a lot of us to like get a grip. When I say us, it's probably absolutely not anybody that I follow, but like just like in the world, some girl was literally making fun of some other girl on TikTok for having the stuff be minis. I personally love minis because I'm not going to finish everything, so like why would I buy a full size? Like what's going on? Like everything is just so bizarre. What's going on? Making fun of somebody for buying minis, like please make it make sense. I like really like this concealer. Every time I like look at my face, I'm like, with this concealer. It looks like so good. I love it. But we're going to go into Bronziana next. I got this as a free gift. I don't even think she was supposed to give it to me as a free gift, but like maybe it was like, I see you, you see me. I got a new perfume at Sephora and she was like, here's a free gift. And I was like, thanks sis. It's this Nars Laguna bronzer. I don't know that this is gonna work for me, but we're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, we're gonna go in with a deeper bronzer because I have plenty of those. It does a little bit of something. It's definitely not the deepest one that I have, that's for sure. You know, one thing that I've noticed as I've gotten older, I am so emotional. Everything makes me want to cry. I remember when I first started therapy, my therapist asked me like a month later, she's like, are you crying less? I was like, oh, shame. Thank you for letting me know that I am so emotional. I don't know if this bronzer is showing up. What do you guys see? I don't see much. With it being the new year, this was like my first New Year's not actually like going out and hitting the streets. I hate to be that person, but I'm tired. And I also live in Minnesota where there's just like not a lot to do. But I didn't go out this year. I ended up staying in. My dad's birthday is on January 1st. So went over to my cousin's house where we spent some time with the kiddos. And we celebrated my dad's birthday. Also was hanging out with a little 4-year-old. 4 years old going on 14 years old. This boy called me and my sister old ladies. Like, where did these children come from? I don't understand. I don't know if that really added the way that I wanted it to add, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna make a quick split-minute decision. I'm gonna add a lighter powder, like, right on the inside of my eye. I think I'm just gonna actually bake. Like, you see the difference between what I used previously and this? Like, the lightness, it actually gives me a bright under eye instead of everything looking like one tone, which I do not like. You really know the kicker to hang out with this little boy on New Year's Eve was he threw something at me. I'm gonna let you know right now. Family, friends, hear me. If your child is old enough to know that they should not throw something at me, I'm throwing it back. I do not care. I'm not the auntie that's not gonna throw it back. I'm going to throw it back, and I'm going to throw it with my adult strength. Because why did you throw something at me? Either way, this little boy threw something at me, and the speed that I whipped it back at him, he looked back at me in shock. I was like, well, then why did you throw it at me if you didn't expect for there to be repercussions? I just want y'all to know I'm not the auntie that's going to keep it cute. If you throw something back at me and they're old enough to know, like, this isn't right, I'm not supposed to be doing this, you're going to get it right back. I know I previously said I was not a blush girly, but I'm crossing into the world of using blush. Everybody's seen this. This isn't just from last year. This is from, I don't even know when Rare Beauty came out. But everybody has been using these liquid blushes, and I hear amazing things about them. So obviously I had to get on the train. I actually started with this Juvia's Place powder brush. This was going viral, so you know I had to get it. I've done a couple of makeup looks with it. I have like a picture on Instagram where I used it. I will probably do a video with this in the future, but today we are using this Rare Beauty. I got this in the color Joy. It's like a coral-ish type color, and I thought it looked pretty good on my skin. I actually wanted purple, but I wanted Faith, but that sold out so fast, so I was not able to get that. I hear a little goes a long way, so pray for me. I'm just gonna go. Ooh, I love that color. I'm just gonna go dab, dab, and we're gonna blend it out. I think we're gonna do a sponge. I see a lot of people using sponges, so I'm gonna do a sponge. Although I said that oh, that's so pretty. I like that. I don't know if I like it with the sponge. Maybe I'm gonna do it with my finger on the other side. This is pretty though. I'm gonna use my finger on the other side to blend it out. This is like a summer, like, I need to be on a beach somewhere. I'm ready for a vacation. I am so ready for a vacation. So next vacation I go on, this is definitely coming with me because this would look so good in the sun. I know I talked a little bit about like not really having goals quite yet for this year, but I think that one of the main things that I would like to focus on is just being grateful for what I do have. I think it's always so easy for me to focus on like what I don't have and what I'm like lacking, as opposed to just like appreciating the moment that I'm in and like being present. So I think that's one of the big things that I want to work on this year, is just like being more grateful for what I have. There's other things about like who didn't show up, or I wanted it specifically this way even though it still got done this way. Just trying to work on being more grateful for the things that I do have instead of just looking at all the things that I don't have. All right, what do you think of the blush? I feel like I could have maybe gone a little bit more intense, but I'm a little fearful. I'm looking in the mirror and I shouldn't be because you can't see me, but I feel like it pulls my makeup off a little bit. I feel like it did better with the finger, but on this side I feel like it just like pulled a little bit. I think I'm gonna add like a little bit more, and I think I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I added a little bit more blush. Can you like tell the difference? I feel like I can't tell the difference, but like I feel like I do have a little bit of like a rosy cheek. I think it's cute. But comment down below and let me know if you have tried any of these Rare Beauty blushes and what is your favorite color. This one is the color Joy. I'm thinking that I might want to try a different color, although this is super cute and I think it'd be super cute for like vacation. Please vacation me soon. I know you just saw my Columbia vlog, but I went to that in November and it is now January. Like, I need a vacation ASAP. We're actually almost done with the look. I know I've been talking a lot. It's like a little bit of a catch up, but I'm gonna go simple on the eyes today. My Patrick Ta palette broke. If you want to talk about heartbreak, that's heartbreak. I'm just gonna go in with this lighter brown here and just put this in the crease. I am curious though, what are some of the things that you guys would like to see from me this year? I'm feeling like the makeup scene is disappearing a little bit. It seems to be more lifestyle, but I work a full-time job. I can't do lifestyle, so if you still like to see makeup stuff, please do comment down below and let me know. I'm definitely gonna try and keep traveling. Although at this point, like, these prices just aren't making sense. Like, how can everything be so expensive? Like, how are people affording to live? I feel like I don't even know how I'm affording to live at this point. I also got this at the Morphe sale. I got both of these at the Morphe sale because I went back for the Makeup by Ariel brushes because they were apparently 50% off, and by the time that I went there, they were not 50% off anymore. I didn't want to waste the trip, so I was like, I've been wanting to try these Vanessa Myricks color fixes, so I'm gonna get this. This has honestly been like the perfect shade for me. I'm able to just like be so chill with my makeup and have it look so good just with this one eye cream. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. What I do is I put it on the back of my hand, and then I use this brush. It's super soft. It's also a Morphe Vegan Pro brush. And I just dab it, and it gives me like a nice little like glistening, simple eye look. You don't got to do a lot. I love this. I wish that I would have picked up more, but I'm not trying to do too much. Especially with the way everything is going in this country. Like, eggs are what? Depending on where you are, $10, $5, $6. I'm like, I remember when eggs used to be like 79 cents for like a dozen. Times are crazy. And I do feel for everybody because everybody's feeling it to one extent or another. And I try not to complain too much because I'm like, my bills are paid and I'm able to buy myself groceries. Like, nothing is that bad. It just like, just doesn't feel super great to not be able to do all the things that you want to do. But I guess that's just where we're at right now. The usual liner that I use is the Huda Beauty Life Liner one, but it's running out, and I was like, I don't really want to spend that money right now, so I decided to get this one size liner. It's from the Fantasia line. It was on sale, so I was like, I'm going to try it and see how it feels. This is what the tip looks like. Can you see that? I think you can see that. Yeah, it's super fine. I'm going to have to lean in order to do this, but I'm going to do one side on camera, and then I'm probably going to not do the other side on camera. This is super easy to control. Like, to wing it a little bit And then bring it back in. It's giving very heavy liner today. I'm not putting on lashes today though because I want to try on a new mascara, but it's giving very heavy liner. That's okay, but this is super easy to use. I always mess up on my left side though because, I don't know, maybe it's just like the going across that just throws me off, but it's giving thick liner, but I think I like this liner, so this is definitely a keeper. E.l.f. has been coming with the dupe. This is a dupe for the Benefit. Maybe that's called the lash roller? I don't know. E.l.f. is just like, whatever, packaging. We're gonna make it the exact same. We don't even care. But E.l.f.'s been doing their thing. This is $6. I actually lost my other Huda Beauty mascara, so I was like, bro, I'm not about to buy another $20-something mascara. Let's see what this E.l.f. one is hitting for. So we're gonna try it out. Like a nice little like curve. I think it only comes in black. This is my first coat. Can't really see anything yet. I think you have to do like a couple coats is what it seems like. I don't even know what coat this is, but I feel like after like 3 or 4 of them, it's showing up. Especially for like $6. I think E.l.f. is onto something here. I think the one thing that we are sticking to that's tried and true is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I'm going to put that basically in all of the areas where I put my concealer. I feel like it just really helps tie my whole face together. So now that we're done with the base, it's time to get into this little lip combo. These are minis as well. Find me if you want to. This is from Charlotte Tilbury and it's Pillow Talk Lip Cheat. It's matte. Interesting. My lips are a little dry right now, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go in with the Lip Cheat first. I hear really good things about Charlotte Tilbury lip products or lip pencils. My battery is dying and you can't see this lip liner, so no, this is not it. All right, so my battery died, so I had to change that out. Hopefully we're back and recentered. I don't know if you can see it. I put on this Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil and I think it's way too light, honey. Giving very light. It's giving maybe this isn't for you. But I'm gonna try out this lipstick and we're gonna see if it pulls it all together. This is a very little lipstick. It's very much so giving this is not for you. Yeah. It's giving put on a different liner. That's really what it's giving. I'm gonna try putting it on a brown one just so like this look is not ruined completely. As far as this lipstick goes, I feel like it's like a no for me. Like I feel like it like doesn't really show up. It doesn't really want to hang around. I try to like line the outside of my lip. That's not working either, so we're just gonna wipe all of this off and we're gonna start all over. We're back with like a brown lip liner because that's just where I live. And then we're going in with my first NYX Butter Gloss in the color Madeline. I'm totally aware that I have this in like 5 other brands, but it's cute and I love pink and nude, so it is what it is. While we are on the Charlotte Tilbury train, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do like the little TikTok hack because they told me on TikTok, because everything you hear on TikTok is true. Duh. Who needs fact check? Use the one size and use the Charlotte Tilbury. Face looks immaculate, so that's what we're gonna do. This comes out like our torpedo. And then let's go over it with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is why I don't use this anymore. All right, I'm gonna let this dry and I will be right back. All right, so this is the final look. I feel like my face is like a little bit on the darker side right now. Like usually I feel like I use a lot of products that really like lightens up like my under eye and like through here, so I get a brighter under eye, which I really like. But overall, let's run down the list. Primer, I think I'd have to wear this makeup for a lot longer to see how well my makeup actually lasts. The e.l.f. Halo Glow, I really like. The concealer, I really like. The setting powder, I'm kind of in between about now. At first I was like, oh, I really like it, but I'm like, meh, I like my Huda one better, so I'm gonna try in a lighter shade if it's still not hitting for me. She's out the door. As far as the blush goes, I don't know. I think it's cute. I think I just have to try a color that I really like. So I might be coming for that purple blush in the future. As far as these viral products go, I think the majority of them were a hit. A couple misses, but I think there's also some shade corrections that I can make to make them work for me. So thank you so much for watching once again. I know it's a little bit of a longer video because I just had a ton of things to get off of my chest. It's a new year, trying to work through a lot of different things with all the loss and just feeling like, I don't know which direction life is supposed to be leading me right now. I just feel like last year was a tough one, but we're gonna try really hard to make this year a better one. I feel like my biggest takeaway from today is definitely just like live your life to the fullest as best as you can, because you can be here today, gone tomorrow, and try not to stress the small stuff. That's funny coming from me because I'm the queen of panic and sweating the small stuff, but I'm working on it. So if you're having a hard time with it too, let's all work on it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.